moderator Yvette Movial Arfaga. So, before we start, I will first introduce our wonderful panelists for today. We have our doctors, Hansel Oyazar and Genesis Cunha. They have been doctors for almost a decade now, and one of them owns a hospital, which is Hansel Oyazar. Next, attorney Enrique Labrador, who won many cases regarding women's rights. Thirdly, Henry Mateo, a police officer. Myra Aurelia, a physician. Josh Gobres, a doctor who studied in UP Manila and got the highest grade in his batch and has saved countless patients. Lastly, our two beautiful lawyers, Alexandra de la Cruz, a successful lawyer that is soon to be a judge, and Ashley Espiritu, who is a successful lawyer in Australia. Okay, now that I have already introduced our panelists, let us proceed with our topic, which is abortion. So what is abortion? Abortion is the termination of pregnancy by removal or expulsion of an embryo or fetus. Okay, now that we know what an abortion is, let us proceed with the questions I have provided for our panelists. Why is abortion not murder?
In our country, abortion is used as a murder. But legally, murder means killing a person who has been born or a human that can survive outside the womb of its mother.
Okay, that's a wonderful answer. Next question. Does prohibiting abortion make people do unsafe practices?
Thank you for the wonderful question. Because legalizing abortion is one of the things help the women, especially for the women who being raped. Women could abort their own fetuses. They can harm themselves. They can take poison medicines to abort the fetuses. And if that action will be continued, the woman will be in danger. It's a high possibility of death, mental illness, and the abdominal pain. But if we legalize the abortion, the woman will be safe because the legal and proper and correct way. Thank you.
Okay, that's right. Next question. Why is a fetus not a baby?
So, fetus is not a baby because fetus is something like a parasite. What is parasite? Parasite is an organism that cannot survive outside of its host, like fetus. Now, cannot also survive outside of the womb of its mother.
Okay, next. When does the life of a person begin?
So biologically, a life of a person begins at fertilization, when eggs and sperm combine to form a new cell called a zygote. But here's the thing, it's not yet a person, because a personhood involves consciousness, emotions, and doesn't depend on someone else's body just to survive, like what a human fetus does.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Next question. Does forbidding abortion violates women's rights?
Yes, as it violates women's rights because it takes away women's ability to make decisions on her own body. It affects her health, freedom, and equality. If a woman forced to stay pregnant, even when it's dangerous, unwanted, or a result of violence that can be harmful and unfair, women have the right to control their lives, including if and when to become a parent.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Should the fetus right outweigh the rights of its mother?
A fetus' right shall not outweigh the right of its mother, as it is still not an individual and doesn't have an identification, compared to the mother who has already consciousness.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Okay, next question. Should we prioritize the health of the mother when her pregnancy puts her life at risk?
So for that question, yes, of course. That's why we legalize the abortion. It is also for the welfare of the woman and the mother who is getting pregnant. And we need to legalize abortion so that it is safer to perform from the abortion on the fetus that is being conceived. And if the abortion is legal here in our country or even in other countries, or where the countries abortion is not illegal, there is a greater possibility that is will be performed safely, and the situation of the mother and the girl who is getting an abortion will not be complicated because the experts and licensed doctors will do it. So the health and the safety of the mother's life will be prioritized more. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's proceed to the next question. Should reproductive rights be part of gender equality?
Just like men, women should be able to decide on what to do on her body, especially on the topic abortion, because it is her that would carry the baby. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your wonderful answers. And that's all for our panel discussion today. Thank you very much.